What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Cigars and Whiskey, and today for our next review we're going to be reviewing a brand new cigar that was released this year, 2017. It is the Gispert, and this is the don't mind me, I'm trying to deal with the little bit of wind I got here. It is the Inferno Nicaraguan Toro. Now this is a dark, you can see a very dark Connecticut Broadleaf, the Nicaraguan binder, and hardy Nicaraguan and Dominican fillers. And now this was created with Gispert in conjunction with AJ Fernandez. And anyone that has ever read or smoked cigars knows that AJ Fernandez, lately it seems like he's got the Midas touch. Every cigar he touches is fabulous. Every company is wanting to get with him and collaborate with a new cigar. But we're going to be doing this one. This is the Toro size. Now this is actually a 6x50. And again, like I said, it's roughly $6.75 in the retailers. Just got this yesterday. I bought this at Stag Tobacco in West Phoenix at Metro Center. Now they have it. Other places around the valley are probably starting to get it, but it is the blenders who did Grupo de Maestros. Now, if you haven't heard of them, check them out. They're all over the place. I know that they just did Cigar Dave just did a review about a new cigar they're releasing at the ICPIR just this week when the conference ended. But man, it looks intense. Like I said, it is Intenso, so we'll see how intense this is. But I sure dig these dark wrappers. As you can see, really minimal veins. The seams are very tight. It looks like it might be a double cap. Not for sure, don't quote me on that, but we're gonna go ahead and cut into it and get into the pre-draw, and then we'll be back for the first third. All right, for today's cutter, I'm going to use a straight cutter, just a little guillotine off the top, not too much because we don't want to have it unravel, but just enough to get it perfectly cut the way we want. Clean up the edges just a little bit in case there's any leftovers, but there wasn't. So man, you can tell that's a good cigar. We'll pull out the old handy torch here. Yes, it is a big torch, but I like to, well, with the wind it might not work as easy as I thought. Let's try it down. Oh, and just before we start this, I'm sorry, I didn't go over the pre-draw. I get a little bit of cocoa, getting a little heavy earthy profiles, and man, it's digging. Sounds going to seem like it's really good cigar. So let's go ahead and, well, if I get the lighter to work, let's go ahead and switch lighters up. Perfecto. Getting a little bit of the bitter coffee. Get almost like a little bit of a leather. And not really noticing too much, more of a bitter coffee. But again, I just started it. Sometimes you gotta let them get heated up before they get going. And if you hear any wind in the mic, I apologize. It's windy. When Phoenix finally gets rain, it gets blowing wind too. So sorry about that. If there's any technical difficulties, I'll have to try to edit around that. But definitely interesting. It is, I would put right in the middle of medium full flavor right now, profile strength wise. Now they do have this in other sizes. There's a 5x44. This is a 6x50, and they have a 6 and an 1/8 by 52. They all retail between $6 and $7. Like I said, this one was $6.75. Not too bad. And the Connecticut wrapper is actually an Ecuadorian Connecticut wrapper. A little less powerful than the. A little less powerful than like a Honduran or a Nicaraguan wrapper as far as strength. I think they're trying to mellow it out a little bit. But we'll go ahead and get into it, and I'll be back with our second third after these few seconds. Welcome back, everybody, for the second third review of the Gispert Intenso, the collaboration with Altadis, the Grupo de Maestros, and AJ Fernandez. Man, I gotta say, if you look at this cigar, it has got a great ash. The burn's a little uneven. It might be just because it's blowing outside where I'm at, so sometimes that affects the burn. And I'm kind of puffing through it because I just enjoying it so much. It's not something I'm just sitting around relaxing on. So we're going to tap that out and get on to our second third. In the second third, the intensity is a little more, getting a little more pepper than I had in the first. But mainly the first third, as I indicated, was earth and leather. Starting to get a little more intensive earth note, a little bit of bitter coffee, it seemed like, in the first third. Not so much in this second third. Let me go ahead and knock that out. And again, I want to apologize again if you get lots of sound feedback. I'm sitting outside where I normally sit. Kind of windy today, kind of getting a little bit of rain. Arizona's been on the 118 last few days. I'm glad it's finally cooling off a little bit. Looks like we might have a good storm coming in, but I wanted to share this cigar with you since it is a brand new release as of March of this year. So again, if you haven't tried it, check it out, and I'll be back with our final third after this. All right, everybody, in the final third of our review of the Gispert Intenso, dealing a little bit with the rain. I'm not complaining. I like rain, especially when it's hot in Phoenix. Makes the evening a little bit cooler. But anyway, getting back to the cigars, you can see it keeps that almost razor burn, a little bit uneven, but that's all right. The flavors, getting a little hint of spice on the medium to the middle to the last third. Definitely a full strength cigar. Definitely digging this, but as I said, it's a collaboration with AJ Fernandez, and man, that guy again has that Midas touch. Everything he touches seems to be a great cigar. Obviously working with great companies and producing some of the greatest cigars that I've had in the last couple years. So keep it up, AJ, if you're watching this, and if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Give a like and subscribe. Always leave your comments. Thanks again for tuning in to Cigars and Whiskey. Have a great day. Have a great smoke. And I will see you next time.